What is up, YouTube and X? Welcome back to the My Crypto Journey live stream. And boy, oh boy, are our bags pumping today. Do me a favor before we get started, smash the like button. First of all, your boy's getting really ripped here, okay? We're getting healthy and our bags are pumping, baby. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you like being here. Consider becoming a member. Being a member is awesome, especially on the late night streams, because I answer your questions directly. But if you're watching this over on X, make sure you like this post, repost this post, and make sure to give me some cash. Tag Myros in the description down below, because Myro's been going absolutely insane. And this has bonk vibes. This has Pepe vibes. This has early SHIB vibes, because it literally, I'll explain why here in a second, but it's a different kind of vibe, right? Different kind of vibe. And plus, I'll go over some other plays that I've been getting into lately that have all been performing extremely well. It's been insane. Most of the calls that I've been doing have been going absolutely insane. So I'm trying to put you guys on a little bit. I got some alpha. Then we have something new, a couple more that I'm going to share today that are new. One I talked about last night that did like literally a 4x since we talked about it last night. So buckle up, babies. Always remember, guys, that meme coins are dangerous, right? They're the degenerate part of cryptocurrency. There are some that are better than others, especially the higher market cap ones like Myro. But then there are others that are definitely speculative gambling and those sorts of things. Crypto is risky. Never invest any more than you can afford to lose. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. If that wasn't fucking obvious to you guys, I'm just a guy on the internet, okay? So just make sure you guys always ape with caution. But let me say hi to the chat. We'll get into some news. And then a large part of this stream is going to be talking about what happened with the SEC versus Coinbase, because it's kind of big news for the cryptocurrency space altogether, and it could be extremely bullish for our space going forward. A lot happened. We're going to be reacting to a Meet Kevin video. It's going to take a while to get to that video, but it's a really good video. You guys need to see it, right? We have some news on Jamie Dimon, but today I want to talk about meme coins, small cap plays, and those sorts of things, right? We have Javi first in the chat. Javi, number one. Let's go, baby. We have Matthew. Let's go. What's up, Matthew? Obeyed. Good morning, Nikolais. What's Myro's price prediction? To moon? I don't know. This thing keeps blowing all expectations out of the water. It's crazy. What's up, Mac? How you doing? What's up, XXI? How you doing, baby? Brad, good morning, sir. Good morning, Bree. Bree, I've been watching your shorts. Yes, the next exchange listing, I don't know, but it's going to be a big one. So they got in Bybit, which is huge, right? Crypto High, good morning. Bud, good morning. Jayhawk, good morning. Yes, it is. Vincent from the Myro community, what's up, baby? Bud, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Moonboy Crypto, good morning. Gabe, good morning. Bud, good morning. Frank, Jay Davis, what's up? What's up? Richie, what's up? Richie, how you doing? Got the Solana phone. Let's go. That Kulo, shout out to the Kulo community. I mean, Kulo's up. I think we were talking about at $600,000 market cap last night, and they got up to $3 million, and it's still pumping. So it pulled back a little bit, but still pumping. Steve the Canadian, what's up, baby? What's up, Steve? Ryan, yes, the Kulo fam in here. Dude, Kulo going absolutely crazy. And yeah, let's get into the overall cryptocurrency news, guys. All right, the overall cryptocurrency market is kind of dirtling, trading sideways, not really doing much, kind of not exciting right now. The entire cryptocurrency market cap is sitting at a $1.68 trillion market cap. Bitcoin holding strong, about 42,500, which is good, showing that Bitcoin has some strength. Our trending cryptos are XAI, Myro, and Celestia. So Myro is trending. Our biggest gainers are Conflux, Flare, DYDX, Blur, and Filecoin. Funny, because we talked about Filecoin last night. Our biggest losers on the day are Thorchain, Beam, and SEI. Our top meme coins are Dogecoin, SHIB, Bonk, Pepe, Dogwoof Hat, Floki, Memecoin, Myro, Baby Doge, and Bone from Shiba Swap. Now, Myro did flip Baby Doge by a big margin. Last night, it was around $170 million market cap. Now it's at $230 million market cap. We're going to do a quick highlight on Myro here in a second. Obviously, I am partnered with them for this month. They did get listed on Bybit yesterday, which is the number 5 largest exchange when it comes to exchange score, not volume, exchange score. So exchange score is really, really important, guys, because a lot of these exchanges fake their volume. So yes, if you go to volume right here and you see which exchanges are the biggest by volume, you could see it's Binance and a couple other ones we've never heard of, but their exchange score is really low, which means that their volume isn't that good. But Bybit is really good when it comes to volume, and it's really good when it comes to exchange score. So although Bybit's not available to you as customers, Bybit is a really good exchange to get listed on. Myro feels good being partnered with a legit cryptocurrency project because this thing is blowing everybody out of the water. I mean, the 24-hour volume is pretty much at almost $100 million. The market cap is at $250 million right now. Real SHIB vibes, real bonk vibes. It's already on KuCoin for centralized exchanges. It's on KuCoin, HTX, MEXC, BitGet, Bing, CoinW, and they're going to list Bybit here whenever they update this. What's next for Myro? You know, one thing I want to point out, and I think that a lot of good meme coin projects do this. Look how legit they are with always reposting their community's posts. These guys are so big at pumping up their influencers. That's such a big deal. People don't understand how much of a big deal that is. It's a positive feedback loop. If you make content for Myro, they retweet you. Everybody. I don't know who's on their X account, but this motherfucker has been, right? They literally have been working all day. I don't think this guy even sleeps. Whoever works their X account does not even sleep because he's always reposting. Every time I post anything with a hashtag Myro, they repost it. It gets a lot of likes. I want to tweet more. Everybody, not just me. They have my stream they just retweeted, right? They have this post I made, which is another big piece of news, which is Myro is officially live on Travala at a Binance-backed travel agency. So Travala, everyone knows Travala. I use Travala sometimes. You can now book your dream trip using Myro and travel anywhere across the world. I'm taking a trip soon. I might use some of my Myro to book my trip. So that's a big deal. To me, this is going to get listed on a Binance. In my opinion, it's going to get listed on, I don't know, but it seems like it's going to get listed on a Binance. Coinbase, I don't know. Coinbase listed Bonk, SHIB, and Doge. That's the only meme coins that's really on Coinbase. They're a little picky with what they list, but this is kind of a big deal, right? So Travala announced it earlier today, so that's pretty big news. I'll like that. But everyone who makes content, me, they're posting all my stuff. Your Pop made content, right? And not everyone's a paid influencer, right? This random person named Abdullah, right? Everyone who does hashtag, Myro, they retweet their stuff. The Crypto Banter's talking about them. George from Cryptos R Us is talking about them. Literally everybody. Henoch, Stecky. It's Casey Adams, another YouTuber. Like just random YouTubers are just posting videos about Myro because it's good engagement, and they're just retweeting everyone. This person, Bury Crypto, they're just reposting everyone's videos, and that makes people want to make videos about them. Now, this reminds me of Shiba Inu, because back when Shiba Inu started to pump, everyone was making videos on Shiba Inu. Everyone was, like all the YouTubers, and that's, some people call that a top signal, but to me, the bull run hasn't really started yet. And we haven't really seen this with any meme coins yet. We haven't seen this with any meme coins yet. We haven't seen it with Bonk. Not a lot of people made a bunch of Bonk videos from what I remember in the beginning. People were making Pepe videos. I remember that. But we're seeing the same kind of hype and engagement from Myro. That is good. That is very, very good. I mean, BitBoy Crypto is even talking about Myro. Everybody's coming together, hashing their differences out to talk about Myro. What's up, Crypto Grady? LFG, baby, good morning. Jay Linda, good morning. Jay Davis, good morning. Alexandra the Great, good morning. So it's kind of a big deal for Myro. I know a lot of people last night didn't want to buy on those green candles, but if you did, you'd be up quite a bit, 35%. So, do whatever you want. Always ape with caution, but I can't see this cooling off just yet. And it looks like, for real, right, that we do have a bunch of Solana meme coins invading the top 10 meme coins, and maybe the biggest competition to Ethereum is Solana. It's not even close, right? When it comes to meme coins, Ethereum's always going to be used. But the truth is, if you're swapping for meme coins, you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, right? Making these transactions. And on Solana, you can do that. You don't have to spend $50 per swap. You know what I mean? And those sorts of things, Awesome. We're going to touch on that. Meet Kevin made a good video near the end of the stream. But Myro is looking extremely strong. And now here's the thing. What are meme coins capable of? Because what they're capable of and what they can do are not two things. Or excuse me, what they're going to do are not the same thing, right? We don't know what's going to happen with Myro. We don't know what's going to happen with these other meme coins. All we can do is look for signs. So what happened in the last bull run? What's possible? Well, Shiba Inu, if you go to markets or market cap, you can see that all time this thing hit a $39 or $44 billion market cap. It's possible for a meme coin to hit a $44 billion market cap. And this is when the overall cryptocurrency market cap was $3 trillion at its all-time high. This is when there were no spot Bitcoin ETFs, right? So keep that in mind, right? The overall cryptocurrency market cap is going to grow, which is going to give a lot of meme coins the opportunity to hit these all-time highs. Dogecoin. What was Dogecoin capable of during the last bull run? Dogecoin hit pretty much it hit an $82 billion market cap. So that's what meme coins are capable of. Now, Dogecoin obviously is in a league of its own. It's always dominating with volume. It's always dominating with, market cap size because it's the biggest meme coin, by far. Is it going to be like that forever? We'll see. But so far, Dogecoin is dominating. But it shows you what's possible, right? It's possible. Yes, hit the like button on your way in. So it's very, very possible for Myro to do what these other cryptos did, even to do what Bonk did. Remember, Bonk hit a market cap size of, I think it was $3 billion? Yeah, $1.4 billion at its all-time high. So Bonk did that. What about Pepe? Well, Pepe, all-time hit the same thing. About a $1.3 billion market cap size. So it is possible for these meme coins to literally achieve these great heights. We'll see what happens, but it is possible. Yeah, exactly, Awesome. Yeah, that would make Myro a 160x from today. Yeah, exactly, which is crazy. And the nutty thing about that, Awesome Austin, is that if you look at their engagement, man, and like what they're doing, they're getting listed on every exchange quick. They haven't got the big one yet, the Binance one and the Coinbase one. But they're doing all these crazy partnerships. Like the Travala thing is kind of crazy to me. You have everybody talking about them just like Bonk. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, but I'm here for it. We're going to follow it closely, obviously. And then I'm working with the boys to try to get some sort of mega space going for Myro. So it's going to be sweet. So make sure you guys come hang out for that. Now, yesterday we had a meme coin chill and chill. If you guys don't know, on X, if you're watching this on X, if you're watching this on YouTube, on X, I have something called a meme coin chill and chill, where every day at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, we go live and we let small cap projects come in the space and shill their project. Now, I've had projects come in there that shilled something. They shilled Cock Inu, which is an Avalanche meme coin at a $7 million market cap. It ended up going to $230 million. They shilled Pepe on Sol, Anita Win. Like a lot of these people are shilling these meme coins at small market cap sizes, and they're going insane. So a lot of alpha in those spaces. Come hang out. I hosted with Jake Gagan. It's a good time. Most of the community is in here. Yesterday, we had some issues with the X live spaces. Hopefully today, that's not the same issue, but it's a good spot to get some alpha. And I'm working on getting a Myro mega space going. So Myro looking good. I mean, it's doing well, man. It's doing well. So we'll see what happens, but Dog with Hat over here, literally, and Dog with Hat's doing very well too. So, all these dog themed Solana meme coins are going absolutely insane. But no one works as hard on X as the Myro community. So Myro has been going absolute. X account, the engagement's insane. And if they keep that up, man, the sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. Now let's move into some other plays that I'm in. Now I got into a meme coin called Kulo, which some friends of mine that I know, a lot of you people know these people, were in on it. Now after I went live last night, I was talking about Kulo, which is a Polygon token, right? A Matic token. It was around a $600,000 market cap. George from Cryptos R Us mentioned it yesterday a few times, mentioned it on X and mentioned it on his live stream last night. Now it's at pretty much a $3 million market cap. So obviously, what a lot of people are trying to do is trying to front run the next senders on other networks. And Matic may be the next network that people want to bring meme coins to, because Matic's not really known for meme coins. It's like a techie blockchain. Same thing for Cardano, right? But we're looking for a fun meme coin on the Matic network. And that's what Kulo, which means ass in Spanish, culo, is. So it sounds wonky, it sounds funny, but that's what it is, right? So Kulo doing very, very well on the Matic network. Decent market cap to liquidity ratio. I wish the liquidity was a tad bit higher, but it has 40,000 holders, because what they're doing is they're airdropping a lot of random Polygon wallets, just 150 Kulo, just random wallets, not people that are in on pre-sales, but just random people that hold anything on Matic. They're just dropping a bunch of people, so that everyone has a little bit of Kulo in their wallet, so people can see it, right? Now, obviously, I never tell people to interact with tokens that get airdropped into their wallet without them knowing, because it's usually a dust scam, but it is a great marketing tactic. So obviously, this is up 42,000%. Obviously, if it just launched, it's going to have those crazy numbers. But we'll be keeping an eye on this. I'm going to make a how to buy Kulo video today. So if you guys are wondering how to buy Kulo, then that's for you. Also partnered with another project called Myro, which is kind of like a spinoff of Myro, smaller cap Solana meme coin, $1 million in volume, 5,000 holders, great market cap to liquidity ratio. I do wish it was a little higher, but pretty decent. $2 million market cap, so still kind of small in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, no association with Myro, but a little fun meme coin to keep an eye on. Byte is one I've been in since a $6 million market cap. It's been doing phenomenally well. The difference is it's an ERC20 meme coin. People are kind of tired of meme coins on the Ethereum network. I get it. I get it. Yes, smash up the likes. Yes, 100 likes, please. I get it. People are tired of Ethereum meme coins. But I do think that Ethereum is dying for a dog-themed meme coin to do well and have a strong community, and that's what Byte is. So I'm looking for Byte. I have a nice little moon bag packed of Byte. We'll see what happens, but it's going to be nice to see what Byte does in the future. Obviously, one of the bigger crypto influencers out there, Whale DinoBet, is one of the top holders of this project right here. And he's one of those guys that's going to hold the floor. He ain't going to sell. He's like dummy rich. He's probably not going to sell. Maybe when it gets to like $1 billion or something like that, but he holds a lot of this token. Right. And this is one of his meme coin wallets. He holds 500K of Dino, holds 600K of Byte. And that's a good floor, right? When you have one of these big wallets not selling, that's really good, right? That's good. Alexandra gifting 5 My Crypto Journey memberships. Welcome to the 5 random people who were just gifted a membership. If you were gifted a membership, please thank Alexandra. I can't see who got gifted here on StreamYard. So if you received a membership from Alexandra, please thank her. Alexandra, thank you so much. I appreciate you. One of us. What's up, Timsky? How you doing? One of us. One of us. Welcome, guys. Welcome. It is a beautiful day to be a meme coin holder in this space. I'll tell you what. It's been a god dang old beautiful day. I tell you what. What's up? We have Myro next gem. And I'm excited for Myro. It's going to be crazy. I think Myro has a good chance to run. So we'll see. We will see, but a lot of fun in the meme coin world. And this is why we like meme coins. Now, there's a lot of meme coins that are down. Like one that was kind of a disappointment was the Drake theme meme coin, Anita Win. It is down 26% or 20% on the day. I mean, these things are super volatile. It could pump, but that was interesting to see Drake have a little bit of a role in the meme coin world. Duel is one that I got into the pre-sale in. It's not doing so hot. The pre-sale has been dumping, but I'm holding on to this long term. Another one that I've been in and pretty bullish on is Sync, which is kind of stabilizing right now, which this is like early Olympus DAO Time Wonderland vibes where you just literally buy it and stake it. It's an ERC20 token. That's what I've done. Great liquidity to market cap ratio. You're in a pretty good return on your investment. Let me go show you the website right here. Enter app. And you can see, let me go use my wallet and I'll connect it. I'll show you guys what I'm working with here. So what I've done right now, and obviously I'm working with this project too, a little long term, if it wants to work here. Give me 1 second. Freaking website not working. Well, it worked. I just made a mistake connecting to my wallet wrong. Okay. All right. Here we go. You can see my stake sync. So pretty much I'm staking for 68% APY right now. It shows you how much sync is staked. 10 million sync was staked. And it shows my my stake balance, which is pretty much almost 1 million sync. So I'm staking it for the long term. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to keep staking it and, see what happens. To me, this is a year-long hold. It's like the Olympus DAO Time Wonderland. If you got in early, like you made a ton of money on those protocols. The issue with me is I got in pretty late on the last one. So yeah, it is I would say it's my biggest loss. Yes. But if you got in early to those protocols, you're doing well. So in my opinion, they fixed some of the issues with it. If you read through the white paper, they fixed some of the issues. But young Myro. But I'm saying this long term, we'll see what happens. I wonder if it's going to offer the same kind of yields they did at the peak of Olympus DAO. But 68% is pretty small compared to Time Wonderland offering like 60,000, and then obviously the Olympus DAO offering like 6,000 APY and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But Sync is what I'm in, and then some other ones, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm into WorldCoin. This is Sam Altman's crypto. It's kind of boring. $300 million market cap. I put about $500 in, and I'm up a little bit right now. So shout out to Sam Altman, ChatGPT, and OpenAI. We'll see if this pumps, but those are the tokens that I'm in right now. The highest upside for me is Kulo. Myro's one of my biggest meme coin bags right now. Myra is my speculative play. Could be a high upside, and obviously Byte's a high upside play too. And what else do we have? All right, we have some boring cryptocurrency news that people don't want to hear, but we have to hear it. Don't care. JP Dimon believes Satoshi Nakamoto will either increase or erase Bitcoin supply. So obviously, Jamie Dimon, the Chase CEO, is not bullish on crypto, which is funny because we have one guy in Larry Fink who's pretty big on cryptocurrency, or Bitcoin at least, and tokenization of things. And Jamie Dimon, although he likes blockchain technology, he sees value for it. He doesn't like Bitcoin, right? I think there's a good chance that when we get to that 21 million Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto is going to come on there, laugh hysterically, go quiet, and all Bitcoin is going to be erased. How the hell do you know that it's going to stop at 21 million? I've never met one person who had told me that. They know that for a fact. So I don't think they understand why. Okay, so the halving is pretty much the rewards that you get for mining Bitcoin are decreased, and it makes it so it's not profitable to mine Bitcoin. And so that's why the halving is so important. That's why I say Bitcoin's deflationary, right? You just can't print more of it. So I don't think that, and obviously the supply is 21 million, right? It's hard coded into the source code. So you can't really change that. So I don't know if Jamie Dimon knows that. A lot of people don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. People say he's dead. Some people say he's alive. But if it's lines of code that's hard coded, you can't really change it, right? And it's not profitable for Bitcoin miners to keep mining Bitcoin if the rewards are halved, right? I think we're in our third halving right now. So I don't know if he understands that, but I don't think he cares to understand. Obviously, I bet you Chase and other big prominent figures in our space are buying Bitcoin behind the scenes while they publicly slam dunk on it. So Jamie Dimon, obviously there was that big cursing and said he wished people would stop asking him about it. But whatever. We have Larry Fink, right? The person who's the CEO of BlackRock that manages $9 trillion in assets. So we can't have everything. All right, the next thing we're going to watch, and a lot of people are not going to like this, but we'll go a little longer on the stream today, is a video from Meet Kevin. Shout out to Meet Kevin, because out of everyone I've seen, this is the best explanation of what happened with the SEC versus Coinbase yesterday. Remember, the SEC came out and pretty much dunked on Coinbase, pretty much saying that they were listing unregistered securities or offering unregistered securities. They named a bunch of cryptos, like it was Cardano, Matic, Axie Infinity, and a bunch of others. And so they went to court yesterday to get things hashed out to see who the judge is going to side with. And it was an interesting development in a big day for cryptocurrency.
Wow, I went into the SEC versus Coinbase lawsuit hearing today, January 17th, 2024, honestly expecting that the SEC would come prepared with an incredible argument for why the 12 tokens that they listed were a security. And Coinbase, I thought, was going to have a hard time defending against that. In this video, I'm going to give you my opinion in terms of who won this case. Right now, the motion at hand, the decision at hand for the judge is whether or not to let the case continue or to dismiss the case, to decide the case based on the pleadings thus far, or to throw the case out. The judge has indicated she is going to wait to make a decision, and she is not going to rule at the moment. So, without the judge ruling at the moment, we are going to go through some of the summaries and some of the big cases here, and we are going to come up with a conclusion. I want to be clear. I personally think the judge already has her decision. I just think she needs to structure her decision properly. I think she was sitting there listening, writing her decision. And so I think this case is already decided. I am 90% certain which way this case is going to go, though I could be totally wrong. I'm just a neutral person who looked in from the outside going, okay, I think the SEC is going to get rolled here. And let's just say I was surprised. So what happened? Okay, here's the gist of what happened. I'm going to give you the summaries and we'll go into some more details. First, there were multiple cases where the judge argues, what makes crypto not its own thing? Why is it a security? And the SEC argues, well, there's this thing called the Howey test. Okay, the Howey test comes from a lawsuit, the SEC versus Howey Co. Okay, and there are 4 components to the Howey test. The Howey test makes it clear that something is a security when you provide an investment of money in a common enterprise with the expectation of profit to be derived from the efforts of others. But there are 2 parts of this that are a little complicating. One, there's the actual Howey test as to whether or not something is a security. And then you have to evaluate, well, is it a primary transaction we're talking about or a secondary transaction we're talking about? So I don't want to lose you. I want to make this as simple as possible. If Apple comes to you and says, yo, or let's do a different example. Elon Musk comes to you and says, I'm going to sell you shares of SpaceX. And I own SpaceX, right? And he is SpaceX. He's representing SpaceX in this case. So SpaceX goes directly to you and says, here are shares of SpaceX. Well, that is a primary issuer transaction, which is regulated by the SEC. Now, let's say you own Coinbase shares or SpaceX shares, and they're this laptop or whatever, right? This laptop represents those SpaceX shares. And I meet you in an alley somewhere, and you're like, yo, I want to sell you some SpaceX shares. You want my SpaceX shares? I'm like, sure. I'll give you this handgun for them, or these donuts, or money, whatever, right? You're like, deal. And we shake hands and we exchange the shares for some exchange of value. That could still be a security. This is still potentially a security, but that's considered a secondary transaction, which is an exempt transaction from the purview of the SEC. Like the SEC isn't in the alley policing you going, up, you need to follow the rules. That's really important because Coinbase is making this argument that, whoa. First of all, even if it is a security, we're just dealing in secondary transactions because different people's wallets are connecting, and different people's wallets connecting are not us representing an issuer like SpaceX and helping them sell shares. Different people's wallets connecting has nothing to do with us and the issuer. That's one of the arguments that Coinbase makes. The second argument that Coinbase makes is that the Howey test, and all of this is summarized on ehack.com, by the way. Go to ehack.com. It's totally free. I post a lot of my research there and commentary on there. But anyway, it's my website. I write it, okay? So anyway, and again, it's totally free. It's going to be free forever. So the Howey test has a lot to do with investment contracts. Now, how do we know that? Okay, well, that's really simple. So all you have to do is Google SEC versus Howey and Howey Co., the Howey company, okay? And when you Google that, you could find the actual case law. This is an old 1946 case law. And
real quick, big shout out to Selmo Fudd with a 2024 donation. Says XRP Army strong. We're rooting for XRP. Been pretty boring lately, but thank you so much for the $24 donation, Selmo.
What's really important in this is the phrase investment contract. Upon the facts of the case, an offering of units in a citrus grove development, coupled with a contract for cultivating that grove, was an investment contract within the meaning of the 1933 Securities Act. Okay, interesting. So that is where Coinbase's strongest argument comes from. Wait a second. Even if something is an investment of money into a common enterprise with the expectation of profit to be derived from the benefit of others. Wait a second. Is there a stapled investment contract to that? For example, when you buy a share of Apple, you have your name put on a cap table somewhere. A transfer agent says, okay, Kevin Smith or whatever, you now own these shares of Apple. And as a result of that, you have potentially the right to vote, the right to dividends, the right in liquidation of the company in the event the company liquidates. You have the right to residual assets. You have the right to sue. You have a lot of rights that come with your ownership in that company. Coinbase makes the argument that the tokens that Coinbase threw in their lawsuit, which I have a screenshot, by the way, of the tokens that they threw in their lawsuit. I believe these are the 12 right here. Cardano, CHL,
Damn, Cardano, Chill, Solana, Axie Infinity, Filecoin, Internet Computer, and Flow getting all the smoke from the SEC, right?
rather Solana, Axie, Infinity, Filecoin, Internet Community, Computer, I'm reading this too fast, Flow, Near Protocol, Polygon, Voyager, Token, Sandbox, Dash. Anyway, all this is at ehack.com. Anyway, point is, they're arguing that none of those come with an investment contract. Now, the SEC makes the argument that, wait a sec, there is a reasonable expectation of profit from investing in these coins or tokens or whatever you want to call them, right? And of course, that depends on the way they're structured, whether on Ethereum. So we don't have to get into all that. But the point is, the judge gave a really big tell right here. Here's a really big tell. I want you to see this one. The judge says, so if you find these are unregistered securities, wouldn't the asset purchasers have the right of rescission? And then the SEC goes, yeah, that's correct. Okay, that would imply that there's an investment contract. The judge trapped the SEC there. The judge literally smacked them upside the face with that one. She walked them
Got his ass, boy.
into a landmine on that question. She's like, hey, if these are indeed securities, just what, like think about it. I want you to think about this, okay? So I'm the judge. Hey, SEC, so these are securities, right? You think these are securities? Yeah. We think they're securities. Okay. So in that case, there would be a right of rescission, right? Because securities have a right of rescission, like the right to cancel your investment due to fraud or whatever, right? Yes, that's correct. Okay, that's what I thought. And then the judge is processing in her head, but these tokens don't have a right of rescission. See? The judge totally walked them into a landmine on that one. And they bit that one hook, line, and sinker. So that was a big deal. Remember, a rescission is a cancellation of the contract. Again, I even wrote that on eHack. This is a big deal. So the judge walked them into a landmine on that one. What else do we have? So the SEC argues, well, it's part of an enterprise. They've argued this over and over again. And they basically say, but look, the SEC's argument is, come on. It's a token. There are a group of developers. And when the developers with their biographies and their skill sets, when they make the metaverse better, or they make the underlying applications better, when they make the ecosystem better, then when that ecosystem gets better, the value of the token goes up. Okay, that may be true. But does that bestow contract rights? That's the big burn on the SEC. Now, the SEC should have, in their summary arguments, which I wrote on ehack.com, I wrote the SEC should have made a very, very clear link between a token and the expectation of profit in a project from developers by linking the benefits with the asset. They needed to show that. In fact, I go as far as saying the SEC should make a very clear argument that if you own, 67% of a token ecosystem, maybe that gives you some control in a certain token ecosystem, right? Maybe that lets you manipulate it or change the voting or whatever, depending on which we're talking about. The SEC punted on that. They did not make that argument. That was probably their best argument. They didn't even make their best argument. Okay, no problem. So what happened when the judge was talking to Coinbase? Well, again, they made it very clear that there is no stapled contract to a token that says you have the right to liquidation, you have the right to dividends, you have the right to anything beyond your speculative interest in that token. And the judge frequently said, so it's kind of like if my friend owns a football jersey and I want to buy that fantasy football team because my friend owns that football jersey, am I investing in a security? And the judge is basically rhetorically arguing, just because I put money into something with the expectation of making money does not mean it's a security. Because if that were true, I wouldn't invest in trading cards. I wouldn't invest in Beanie Babies, Basically, all collectibles would be securities, all commodities would be securities. And the judge literally says, whoa, we're getting way too broad here about what a security potentially could be.
So that's interesting, right? Because if this were the case, right, if you're saying cryptocurrencies are securities, well then literally anything, anything. Can you imagine having to register your Pokemon cards? It's like,
So now Coinbase then goes on to say, look, like all we do is provide services. Yeah, we're an exchange. Yeah, we're a broker dealer. And yeah, we provide wallet services. But wallet services are just like an internet browser. Like when you go on Google Chrome and then you go interact with Chase, are we somehow responsible for what you do with Chase because we helped you get on the internet? Is Google Chrome responsible for what you do on the internet? No. So why would Coinbase be responsible for helping you have a way to connect? That they're an IT service is what Coinbase's argument. That seemed to be a strong argument that somewhat resonated with the judge. Now, the other thing that I thought was really interesting is the judge responds when, so Coinbase says, so, we thought the SEC would present a scheme of contracts claim. This is a big one. A scheme of contract claim suggests that there's an implication that there is a contract. Even after Coinbase said, hey, Coinbase, we thought you, or SEC, even after Coinbase said that the SEC might present that argument, the SEC did not pick up that argument, by the way. And what was really interesting is it kind of went like this. Coinbase goes, we thought the SEC would present a scheme of contracts claim. Again, the implication that there's an investment contract. And the judge goes, you weren't presented that. And Coinbase goes, exactly. It's almost like the judge was like bantering with them. That came at roughly the same time that Coinbase is like, we have slides as well. Can we show you our slides? And the judge literally says, I'd love to see your slides.
Gary Gensler's like, you motherfucking, Gary Gensler fucking punching air right here, right?
Sure, somebody stayed up through the night making those slides. She was full serious. She's like, bro, how much Coinbase stock do you own, lady? Like, it was so obvious the whole time. She was totally like handing this case to Coinbase. Now, Coinbase did F up once. They had one really big F up. They covered for it, but they had a big F up. Okay. The Coinbase F up was simple. So the judge goes, hey, so when you invest in this contract, or rather this token, what happens if Solana, let's say, goes belly up? What happens if Solana goes bankrupt and I invested in Solana? Would I have any rights to sue the developers of Solana? And then Coinbase replies and says, well, the purchaser of Solana would have a claim in fraud. And no, that was the wrong answer, because the judge is like, wait, but you just said there's no contract. So how could there be a fraud claim? The judge literally handed them an easy win right there, and they totally fumbled on that. And then the Coinbase guy retracts and he's like, I'm sorry. I mean, no, it's not fraud. It's tort. That's different. Yeah, you're right. There's no contract. And they kind of got back on the same page. But it was really interesting, even through that total disaster, the judge was still trying to like help them along. So I think the judge kind of went into today with a decision already made, and they were looking for a stronger case from the SEC. Now, I did think it was weird that the judge is literally like, hey, I've got senators telling me don't get involved in Coinbase, like stay out of this. And the judge is like, so maybe I should just stay in my lane. And I'm like, wait a second. You're literally saying that you're being politically what? Okay, whatever. Maybe she's just being transparent, whatever. But then there was yet another argument, okay? And this was an interesting one, which was crazy because this is literally what the SEC used in their closing argument. I'm like, bro, why would you use your weakest claim in your closing argument, SEC? No. Like, I'm trying to look at this from a neutral point of view out of interest for like how law works and judges and the judicial system works. So the weakest argument the SEC had is literally what I'm about to say, which they ended up using in their summary argument. The SEC argued that Coinbase is an unregistered exchange and that the SEC has never approved a broker-dealer also operating an exchange. So think about that for a moment. There's the New York Stock Exchange and then there's Robinhood. They're separate, right? Coinbase is both. Coinbase is both the New York Stock Exchange and Robinhood. And the SEC is like, there's a conflict of interest between the broker-dealer also being an exchange. We've never approved one of those before. And you know what the judge says? Is that against the law? And the SEC responds, well, it's not illegal per se. We've just never approved an exchange that was also a broker-dealer. Bro, why would you use that argument in your closing argument? That was your worst argument. Oh, I mean, whatever. Like, it's good for the crypto community. I'm just saying, I was shocked by the SEC there. So the SEC also, and this was a really damning point, which is amazing for the crypto community, but this was a damning one, okay? The SEC goes, or the judge goes, well, I'm sure everybody buys tokens because they hope they appreciate in value, but that's why people buy trading cards or Beanie Babies as well. Are there tokens without an ecosystem? And the SEC goes, yes, Bitcoin. The judge says, is that because it's a replacement for fiat? No, there's no ecosystem behind it. If no one is inducing anything, you can't be buying a security, so to speak. And the judge says, basically that hey, so is Bitcoin a security? And the SEC is like, well, no. Okay, now, what did Coinbase do? Coinbase literally took that admission in this case and at the end says, hey, Bitcoin actually isn't very different from all of these other tokens. There are support groups for Bitcoin, just like there are support groups for Cardano. What's the difference? And so Coinbase went to the next level here, and they're like, hey, come to think about how much we're winning this case. What really is the difference between Bitcoin and all these other coins? After all, the SEC did say Bitcoin isn't a security, so maybe that's the argument. It was like, oh my gosh, it's just like putting the nails in the coffin. So anyway, that argument might not hold, but it doesn't need to, because let's put it this way. The strongest case that the SEC could have put forward, which would have been the connection that tokens are like a stock, the SEC did not make. Instead, Coinbase had the benefit of making the strongest argument, which is even if you're making an investment with the expectation of making a profit, there is no contract. And the Howey test, which is what this all relates to, has to do with the fact that there is an investment contract. Now, I will say, the judge did say, and this was a potential weak point, she said there could be a void in Coinbase's argument. The void in Coinbase's argument is that, wait a minute, does Howey actually only apply to investment contracts? Because remember, and this is something else that could be debated, okay? This could be debated. Remember, there are 4 components of the Howey test: an investment of money in a common enterprise with the expectation of profit to be derived from the benefit of others. Notice that none of those 4 things say investment contract, but all of those 4 components came from the Howey case, which defines that a security is any investment contract. So it's kind of like, can you take one part of the Howey case without taking the investment contract part? That could be debated. So if the judge, and I'll give you my opinion on this, if the judge wanted to side with the SEC, they could say, Howey test doesn't say investment contract, therefore SEC wins. That's all the judge would have to do. The Howey test nowhere says anything about there needing to be an investment contract. It's a security. But the problem with this, which is what the judge indicated, is, well, wait a minute. What if I invest in Beanie Babies? I expect to make money. I expect other people are going to be interested in Beanie Babies, which means I might benefit from the efforts of others. You know, maybe other people are going to burn Beanie Babies. There'll be less Beanie Babies out, kind of like people burn tokens. There'll be less Beanie Babies outstanding, and then the value of my Beanie Baby will go up, right? And then you could argue, well, is that a common enterprise? Like, you could make all of these different arguments, right? But the judge is really concerned that if she sides with the SEC, she encompasses commodities and Beanie Babies and trading cards all under the purview of a security. When the reality that the judge seems to point out is Coinbase is facilitating services. Coinbase is providing IT services. Coinbase is primarily operating in secondary transactions, which have no jurisdiction with the SEC. They're exempt transactions. And you can't look at the Howey test with just these 4 components. You must also consider the investment contract aspect. And since there is no investment contract in relation to these tokens that people are trading, then these tokens can't be a security. The reason for that is this idea that, well, like, who gets the contract? Can a blockchain address be a party to a contract? I'm not talking smart contracts here. I'm talking about legal contract in law. Well, a wallet address isn't a legal entity, and it's not a person. It's an address. You know, it's like a P.O. box. It's like saying my P.O. box has the right to sue somebody. Well, no, it doesn't. So do those tokens, which have ownership in random wallet addresses, like, who's the individual that actually owns those wallet addresses who would get contractual rights? So in other words, you can't really have a contract if you don't know who the other person is. But by virtue of the blockchain, most of the time you have no freaking idea who the other person is. So if you don't know who the other person is, how could you have a contract with the other person? Which means there can't be an investment contract. And if there can't be an investment contract, then the Howey test can't qualify, which means these are not securities. So now I'm going to give my bottom line opinion on this. My bottom line opinion on all of this, I think with a 90% degree of certainty, Coinbase wins this. I went into this thinking nearly the opposite. I've been convinced after listening to this for 4.5 hours, the SEC did not make a very convincing argument. The judge seemed married to Coinbase. And quite frankly, the arguments over at Coinbase, despite their stumbles, one stumble, were strong. I think they made a very good point. So that's my opinion. You know, don't sue me, bro. I'm literally a dude with a Lego cup and the skull Lego cup over here who wants to drink coffee and go to the bathroom because it's been like 5 hours. So if you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out ehack.com, and I'll continuously bring you news over there. The next thing I'm going to be posting over there is going to be the beige book whenever I get around to dealing with the beige book.
So shout out to me, Kevin. Probably the best breakdown I've heard of this entire situation. Obviously, I didn't get to watch the 5-hour freaking hearing yesterday. But, I mean, that's good for us in crypto because let me tell you something. If this judge rules in our favor and Coinbase is okay, it is going to absolutely pump the cryptocurrency markets. Now, here's the thing. We kind of got over this with the whole Ripple Labs and, you know, the SEC court ruling where obviously the judge kind of ruled in XRP's favor pretty much. They won on all things except for one thing. This is big, right? This is huge. So obviously, and this is really bad for the SEC if you think about the public perception, because a lot of people think that, one, they're overreaching when it comes to regulated cryptocurrency, that they're just trying to bully the entire cryptocurrency world into submission. And 2, they're wasting time and money because they're losing. So if they were winning and spending a lot of time and effort going after Coinbase, you know, Ripple Labs, you know, and Binance, if they were actually winning, well, then it wouldn't be perceived as time wasted. But what we're seeing is that they're wasting a lot of time and money just trying to go after the good cryptocurrency projects while missing Terra Luna, while missing Voyager, Celsius, and FTX, right? They missed all those, but which wrecked way more people, but they're conveniently going after legit products like Coinbase. So this is a big deal for us. And if the judge sides with Coinbase, it is going to absolutely pump the cryptocurrency market. It's going to pump those cryptos that were deemed a security. And it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Now, another piece of news I want to talk about today which a lot of people were covering. And thank you so much, Jen, for the $6 in Canadian for Pepe on Soul. Shout out to the Pepe on Soul community. Thank you guys so much for all the donations. Pepe on Soul has donated a ton. Terra Luna delisted from crypto.com. Now, a lot of people got this email. I've seen a lot of posts about it. I didn't get the email, but a lot of people got the email saying that Coinbase will delist Terra Luna. Why is everybody so surprised about crypto.com delisting Terra Luna? First of all, when this news dropped, Coinbase delisted Terra Luna like that. They dropped them like a bad habit. Guys, in the grand scheme of things, when you look at Terra Luna for what it is a failed project by a developer who fled his country of South Korea and went to Montenegro, which in my opinion is stupid because the Asian population in Montenegro is like non-existent, got caught in Montenegro, extradited back to South Korea, probably to the United States too, to face charges. In the grand scheme of things, Terra Luna is a rug pull. That was a blue chip cryptocurrency that had billions of dollars in market cap size, that was once worth $114 per Terra Luna, which was part of the algorithmic stablecoin of UST, right? UST, there was an algorithmic stablecoin. They had a death spiral. It exploded, right? They suffered from hyperinflation, and now each Terra Luna is worth what, like 0.0001 cent or some shit. And the only reason why Terra Luna Classic was so popular, here's the price of Terra Luna now. If you look at its all time, you can see that, Terra Luna is worth 114 per Terra Luna share. Like, this wrecked way more people than any other meme coin could. A lot of people talk about meme coins, rug pulling and stuff. This is a rug pull right here. This is a rug pull, right? Coinbase, crypto.com delisted them a year and a half later. To me, why are people so surprised about this? I am surprised that Binance still is letting people, sell Terra Luna. You can see that on a lot of the major exchanges, it's still on. It's still on Binance. It's still on OKX. It's still on KuCoin and Gate.io. And I think the main reason why Terra Luna is still on these exchanges is because it still gets a decent amount of volume, because a lot of people are still pushing it. And in my opinion, the only reason why it was so popular was because of the fact that a lot of the influencers are using it for engagement and stuff like that. And my most viewed video on my channel, the most viewed video is a Terra Luna video, because that's how big it was back in the day. The most views, like, per video I've had are on Terra Luna. But I'm not surprised that crypto.com would delist it. I get it. It makes sense. It makes sense that they would delist it. And I think that as the volume continues to tumble, I think more and more exchanges will continue to delist it too. So not a huge surprise for me. I know a lot of people were flabbergasted by this news, but I'm not flabbergasted. I'm actually surprised they didn't delist it sooner. Coinbase got rid of it real quick because they didn't want to deal with anything, because technically it failed. I just feel bad because, remember, within 2 weeks, Do Kwon made another Terra Luna project, Terra Luna 2.0. And if you look at this project, it looks like a rug pull too. And the point of Terra Luna 2.0 was to potentially refund all the people who lost their money on Terra Luna, the original one. But I don't think that's going to happen now, because this project's probably not going to recover. I mean, the market cap size is lower than the Terra Luna Classic. So it's unfortunate and it's sad, but it just goes to show that if any of these protocols are offering insane APYs into their algorithmic stablecoin, they just don't work for anything. So just be careful, right? Yes, I always have my shill show. What do you think of Myro? I already covered Myro in the beginning. We're doing a little partnership. It's pretty much Myro's little dog girlfriend, and has potential. It's a Solana meme coin. It's doing really well. I mean, the charts don't lie. It just launched, so 5 days and being in the space. So we'll see if Myro can get a little bit of that Myro action, because Myro's been going absolutely insane. So yeah, but interesting developments. All right, let's hang out for a little bit. So shout out to Meet Kevin. Very good video. I'll put a link to that video in the description down below. It already has 50,000 views. If you guys want to go view it, give it a like, subscribe to Meet Kevin's channel. I listen to Meet Kevin a lot for like macroeconomic news. He doesn't do a lot of cryptocurrency, but he'll start when the bull run picks back up. And his cryptocurrency content has been spot on. I know a lot of people don't like Meet Kevin, and I kind of got into it one time because he tried to sue one of my fellow YouTubers for, making a video on him when he got a DUI, which is like, who cares, bro? Like, you got a DUI, who cares? But what I've noticed about me, Kevin, is that his cryptocurrency stuff is like really top notch. It's really well researched and it's really good. Like he made a good point about like, ETH 2.0 when it was coming out and it was on staking, that there'd be a massive sell off of ETH. Like everything he talks about crypto makes sense. And what you can't say about me, Kevin, is he doesn't do his research, because he sure does. So would you like me on your show today? I am the Trump voice bot. Dude, you don't have to ask me. Just come on the show. I approve everyone kind of like on a first come, first serve basis. So seems like a regional thing. I haven't received an email yet, but maybe just like XRP thing where I could buy. Yeah. Well, if you look at Terra Luna Classic, I think it still has crypto.com. Let me see if it does. No, it doesn't. So let me see on. Yeah, if you look at, so maybe it did get, well, maybe it's not the third page. Dude, Terra Luna Classic is still listed everywhere. Yeah, it's still on crypto.com right here. So Rodney, Byte will hit a new all-time high today. Let's go. I'm hoping, man. I'm bullish on Byte. It was doing really well. It's at 18 million right now. What happened to all the shit coins you used to shill? Which ones? He don't approve me. He didn't approve me. He lied. Shut up, Jayhawk. I always approve you. Jayhawk, you be skipping the line sometimes. If you're my friends, I'll let you skip the line. Let's be honest now. Yeah, market open is really good, Alexander. Very good. Rodney, you got to hear the Trump voice bot. Huge. Yeah, come on the sure. It'll be fun. Pop on the space. And again, thank you so much, Jen, for the $6 or $6.99 Canadian dollar donation. Obeyed says, "Oh, how time flies. I don't shill much, but check out PH Steve, Soul Play, Low Cap." Let me see. Since you're a member, I'll check it out. PH. You're Obeyed, bro. PH. Solana meme coin. Okay, this launched what, 30 days ago? Yeah, chart looks good. Dude, why do all Solana meme coins look like this, bro? Solana meme coins looking really good. What does this little shrimp mean right here? What does this mean? Are these the swaps that it's at? What does that mean? Oh, it shows like if they're a whale or not. That's pretty cool. Is this a thing? That's cool. Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Obeyed. Looks pretty good. I like it. Javi says, don't forget to smack that Kulo on your way out. Always get yeah, shout out to Kulo, doing very well. We love some Matic tokens. I heard you were trying to get a Saitama sponsorship. No. I mean, if they want to do a sponsorship, we can, but no. What I want to do is have MK on the show for an AMA. We're trying to work it out. That'll be a legit AMA. We'll see what's going on. Yeah, Kulo looking good. Kulo. What do you think of Diamond Drake? I heard about that. I don't know if Drake themed meme coins are. I think they had a shelf life of like 3 days, so they're not really doing too hot anymore. Yeah, smack that Kulo on your way out. I heard Saitama Guru misses you. You to give him so many views. Saitama Guru is MIA. I don't know where. No one knows where that guy's at. He's just MIA. He gone. He's had it. He's had it, you know? He has had it. Big guy. Okay. Advant is having a space tonight? Okay, damn. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Start over. Fukin DMV had me hostage. What's up, Sack? You're at the DMV? Bro, okay, here, check this out, guys. So I just moved to a different state. I'm trying to transfer my title over to, or my registration over to Virginia. Teslas are great cars. Even in the cold, it's been fine. I don't know what people are talking about. Even in the cold, Teslas have been good. My Teslas have been good to me. Their fucking finance department it sucks. When I first got my car, it took me 4.5 months to get my plates. It shouldn't take 4.5 months for me to get my plates, because you register at the dealership when you buy the car. That's ridiculous. Now I have to wait a month, probably a month and a half, for them to send some documents over. So I have to drive with expired tags for a month and a half because these assholes can't fax anything because they titled my car incorrectly. You dummies. So I have to go back to the DMV for a third time. Although I have to say that the DMV over here in Virginia is pretty nice. It's pretty chill. So, but with that, guys, I'm going to get out of here for the day. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Edit smog test. Get smogged, Sacco. All right, y'all. Well, no, Virginia DMV is actually really chill. The California DMV sucks. The Virginia DMV was like clean. It was like not even packed. And this is like on a weekday, like business hours. It was chill. It was like organized. Only one guy got mad. The workers there looked happy. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. Have a fantastic day. I will be going live in 2 hours for a meme coin chill and chill. Hope to see you there. All right, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Yep, I'm on tomorrow, baby. All right, guys. Peace.